understand how are the US equity markets, the global equity markets reacting to this news. Well, the futures are definitely indicating triple-digit cuts across the board. Let's go across to Pankaj Podar for more. Pankaj?
So, Mubina, as you're speaking, the numbers that you can see on the screen, once again, have seen an extended fall. So about 450 points was the number earlier, and now when I'm seeing US futures, for now futures is down close to around 550 points. S&P 500 is also down greater than 60 points, so that's a big number. HX Nifty earlier in the day did go down to about 140 points, but now it has recovered marginally. It has recovered to about 120 points. So overall, not looking that great with this news coming in. There seems to be some scare in the global market, but let's wait and watch for more developments. What happens? I believe that the U.S. Press Secretary has also gone ahead and said that what essentially is going to happen in terms of continuity at this point of time. So all these are some questions which will be getting answered, but as of now, markets seem to be nervous. Now futures down around 500. HX Nifty along with that, you can see on your screen, is almost down 110 points.
All right. Well, yes, this is definitely big news. Thanks a lot, Pankaj, for that. And it's coming in as well at a very crucial time. Just when we are about a month away from the U.S. presidential elections, we were expecting a series of other television debates as well with, Mr. Joe Biden. So let's understand more about this with Mitul Kotesha. He joins us now on the phone line. He's a senior emerging market strategist with TD Securities. Mitul, hi. Thank you so much for joining us today. President of the United States, after long being a skeptic on coronavirus, to sharing all sorts of absurd theories. Now, finally, he himself has been tested positive after his close aide, announced that she as well has been infected. But I think the timing of all of this is very important. You're on the last leg of public appearances before the November 2020 elections. How do you see the course of the US elections change on account of this development?
Well, I have to say it's very, very difficult to give any prediction on how this will change. I think, as we know, President Trump has been said that he has, or tweeted that he has got COVID. It all depends on what happens now. He's gone into quarantine. And obviously markets have reacted negatively. Risk has sold off. We've seen equity futures dive and risk assets generally come under pressure. Safe havens have rallied, such as the yen and gold, for instance. So I think what's clearly happening now is just uncertainty. And I think this is the issue now. It's uncertainty as to what will happen, how things will develop in the next few weeks. President Trump's symptoms seems to be well, according to his physician. So it's very, very difficult to tell. I mean, it's going to now, markets will be nervous. We'll have to see how things progress in the weeks ahead. But it's very hard to give any prediction.
But, honestly, Mitul, I mean, do you believe that this, whatever we are seeing in the equity markets, is just more of a knee-jerk reaction to this news coming in? Because largely, I mean, we are any which ways just in the last 1 month of Trump's presidency. Of course, that is if, he will win another term. So, fundamentally, does it really move the needle much for the equity markets, or what we are witnessing right now, this triple-digit cut on the S&P and across the global market futures as well, is just sort of a knee-jerk reaction?
Clearly, there is a knee-jerk reaction here, but I think that is just because there is such a high level of uncertainty here. Because clearly, if President Trump stays symptomless and comes out of this, he can get back on the road and back towards trying to win the election. But as I said, things can change very quickly. Given a comparison, if you look at Prime Minister Boris Johnson in the UK, he was absolutely fine and at one point, and then obviously worsened during his period of having COVID. So I think what markets are reacting to, say, it's knee-jerk, but there is this uncertainty. And I think that's really what is the reaction now. And I think the statement seems to suggest that President Trump will continue to dictate policy while in quarantine. So it doesn't seem at this point as if there's going to be any shift in functionality of the government, of the administration. But of course, if things worsen, that could change.
That's if things worsen, and of course the hope is that the president and the first lady do come out of this healthy. So far, the physician as well is saying that they're doing okay. They're of course quarantining in the White House. Mittal, thanks so much for that. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a rejig in the schedules for public appearances for Donald Trump just 1 month ahead of the U.S. presidential elections.